to Guy?
I'm Brig.
Hi, Brig. T.
T. Okay, T.
I think I can change the name up here somewhere.
Oh, hello.
Hi. Can you guys hear me?
Hi.
Awesome.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we'll just, I guess, hang out and wait a little bit for everybody else. I think Rod said there's going to be 6 or 7 of you, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll just, I don't know, sit here and we can chit chat or whatever you guys want to do.
I think something.
Yes, we haven't met yet, have we?
No, I'm Jennifer.
Hi, Tracy.
I'm
Hi,
Brig.
nice to meet you.
That should make it easier.
Yes, Tracy, it's funny, yours has your name with it, but nobody else's. Oh, there they are. That was weird. From, you know how we are all across the top panel? Tracy, you were the only one that had a name. Everybody else did not have a name up.
Oh, I see everybody's name.
Yeah, no, I do now, but I could only see Tracy's. Is it Brig and T didn't have the name up yet. I don't know why. That's weird. Although I'm used to technology-related weirdness, so.
It's so nice to see the faces to what we read, you know. We sometimes cannot imagine the person behind there.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Voices too.
Yeah. I'm not very active on the site. So I'm like, I feel kind of, but I just am.
Sounds a little odd.
I'm so. Oh, can you hear me?
We hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I just heard somebody say it sounds a little odd.
It could be me.
Okay. Let me
It's
see.
just probably my internet.
Okay, yeah, because I can hear you perfectly. You're not cutting out or anything, Tracy.
Okay.
My internet is very weak.
Yeah, Brig, you do keep kind of cutting in and cutting out, and freezing up a little bit. Yeah.
We're very, very, very rural.
Oh yes. I grew up in a very rural part of Vermont, so yeah. Now I live in Orlando though, so it's good.
Oh, you're just north of me.
Oh, where are you at?
I'm in Naples.
Oh, did you get that big band of storms yesterday?
Yes, but it wasn't too bad. We only had about 45 minutes, then it started to fizzle out, so we were lucky.
Yeah, it wasn't long for us either, but it was windy, man. The wind was crazy.
Yeah, we have flower pots falling over and everything. So.
Yeah, we had branches and stuff down in the neighborhood. It's just a typical summer storm.
Exactly. We've been through Irma.
Yes, Irma, and I'm in Central Florida, so we had the first year I moved to Florida, or like the second year, we had Charlie. It was the year that all that stuff came through, and I lived in Port Orange, and the eye of Charlie came right through where we lived. I mean, we walked out of our house the next morning, and I mean, a huge tree was just through our neighbor's house, and it was just awful. So
yes,
you get used to
it. We get tornadoes here.
Yeah. We get tornadoes, but our tornadoes are usually associated with storms, and they're like E1, like the 0 or the 1 tornadoes. They're not strong.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hey, Rod.
Hello. How are we doing?
Good morning.
Good?
Yeah. How are you?
I'm doing
Excellent.
good. How are you? Are you nervous?
Of course. Always. Always. For those of you who don't know me, I do have a clinical anxiety issue. So something like this is, I do live groups, and I don't really have, 40, 50 people. And for whatever reason, this format just, it seems weirder to me. It creates a little bit more anxiety for me. I have no idea why.
Do you get nervous when it's live groups?
I do, but, like I was sick last night thinking about it. I'm like, oh my God. I'm used to it. I'm used to that kind of thing.
Well, I would think that like, especially with live events and stuff like that, you probably have like a lot of skeptics, I would say. I mean, I don't know a lot, but a certain amount, I would think.
You know, I
Or no?
haven't. No, I really
No?
haven't run into that. No, you know, because
Okay.
really the live events people are paying for too. So,
Oh, that's true.
you
That's
know,
true.
people when it's that type of a thing, you know, skeptics are probably not going to waste their money
Does
on
it?
it.
And when you have like a large group of people, do you? I mean, for you, is it? You know, this person's coming in. This person's coming in. It's like whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah. So for me, I am a psychic medium. And so I do connect to the energy from the other side. That's kind of where I get everything from. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm usually pretty good at kind of narrowing it down as
Okay.
to where the energy goes. But yeah, like I had people coming in last night. I
Really?
and I was like, all right, guys, we're gonna wait till tomorrow. I don't know if anybody has a Daniel, but I've got a Daniel with me from the other side. I don't know who he fits with. Um, but yeah,
No.
I had a father come in who I'm gonna if it's okay with you guys, I'm gonna
Yeah.
go ahead and start.
Yeah, that sounds fantastic.
I had a hi is that what is that, Carmine? Are you Carmine?
Yes, I
Hi,
am.
I'm Jennifer.
Hi,
Okay,
I'm Tracy. Carmen. I go by Tracy.
Oh, okay.
We're like Carmine. Where did Carmine come from?
That's what the name is for me.
Yes, that's right. Okay.
Yeah,
so
no, I see the same thing too.
Change
funny.
that.
It's from my phone, probably.
Yeah, it's Carmine's phone, so I don't know whose phone you're. It's
I'm
not,
Carmine.
It's not your.
Carmine's my legal work name.
Gotcha. Okay, so I had somebody's father come in too, and he was making me very short of breath. So for me, that's like a heart or a lung related passing. I do feel as though he was sick, and I passed from this illness. And it's just a really hard time breathing. Tracy, does that fit with you? Is that your dad?
Yes, it does. Yes, it is.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
He also makes me super warm. Okay. Usually when they come in and make me very warm, it means that they left unfinished business here or did not get to say what they wanted to say before they passed.
Okay.
So sometimes that means maybe they're intubated and they can't talk before they go. Was this your father? Could he not talk before he crossed?
Well, he passed away on Christmas morning at home alone. So,
Okay.
and he did suffer from COPD. He
Okay.
died of yeah.
This kind
Yes.
of thing. What's his first
Yes.
name?
Tom.
Was he also could he be a shit, quite honestly?
Yes. Yes.
His words, not mine. He's like, oh, I could be a shit for sure.
Yeah.
But kind of funny. There's like a funniness to him. But I said, this
Yes.
definitely does not feel like somebody I would want to cross when they were here.
Right.
I would not want to be on the wrong side of this gentleman. Okay. Was he, now what I have, I don't know if it's your father or if I'm switching. I have somebody who's very good with their hands, either fixing things or building things.
My dad.
Okay, so I'm still with your dad.
Or my brother. Yeah.
No, no, it's your. Was he also competitive?
No, my dad was maybe, but not my brother.
Okay, no, I'm still with your dad because when you brought in your brother, he was talking about no, I was better with my. Again, kind of like busting chops, like being a little bit of a shit here.
Yeah, that's him. Hi, Dad.
So he started pestering me last night, and I was like, okay, you've got to leave me alone because, you know, it was like 3 a.m. and he was waking me up.
Right.
Does anybody know a Daniel? Does anybody have a Daniel on Dan or Daniel on the other side? I've got a Daniel.
I was in a relationship with a Daniel. I don't know that he has passed though.
Okay, maybe you want to see if you can you can find that out because I don't often get names. So for me to get a clear name like this, he's got to fit with somebody. Are we expecting one more person?
I thought we were, but I don't know. I don't know who. Maybe there were people who couldn't make it at the last second.
Sure. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to Tracy. Any questions for your dad? And also, what is your brother's first name?
His first name is Tom also.
Okay.
He's Tom Jr.
Well,
Yeah.
he gives me his energy actually makes me feel a little anxious. Did he have an anxiety issue when he was here? Oh,
Yes.
so now understand for me, when they come in and they do that, he is no longer suffering with, he's laughing at me. He's
Right.
like you with the anxiety. He's no longer suffering from it.
Yeah.
But it's what they make me sometimes feel what their personality and what their traits were when they were here.
Right.
His head, he said, I'm sorry, you got swearers over there, don't you?
Yes.
His head was fucked up. He said, my head was fucked up.
Yes, he was bipolar
Yeah.
and suffered from depression.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not telling me how he crossed, which is fine. That can also mean something for me. Sometimes it means that they're responsible for their passing.
Yes, that's true.
So is this an actual suicide or is this an accidental crossing?
It's an actual
Okay.
suicide.
He just did not want to be here. He did not care anymore. He had no will to live. No will
Right.
to live. So he says, I do my work over here, because he said I had a shitload of work to do.
Right.
So he said, I'm going to do it from over here. Any questions for the two of them?
Gosh.
Or you can ask, honestly, any of you can ask any questions you'd like to ask, because I am also psychic, so I will get information about you, your life, what's going on, what's coming up. And if I don't get anything, if you ask me something and I don't get any information, I'm going to be very honest about that and tell you I'm not getting anything.
Well, I guess my question would be, do they have any messages for me?
Okay.
Maybe not.
Well, they do. They do, but you okay, so you are not as happy as you should be.
Really? Okay.
Yes. So you have to work on letting go of stuff. You need to work on letting go of stuff. Not that you're not a happy person, happy by nature, but you've got this stuff that you carry with you.
Okay.
And you also do a little bit of this when it comes to your own stuff. Sorry.
Okay.
So just work on letting some of that stuff go.
Okay.
Like they're very much making me feel like you're just like a plow forward.
This is true.
Just keep going. Just like if I move quick enough, this stuff can't catch up with me.
Okay.
That's a little bit not working. So
Okay.
and of course, any of your loved ones that come in, they all want you to know that they love you and that they're, that there is something beyond here, that all that, standard kind of stuff.
Right.
And then you also have to watch your bone health.
Me? Okay.
Yep. Yeah. So just pay attention to that as you get older. I don't know why, but that's significant for you.
Okay.
Are you very, I actually feel like it's more about like hurting yourself.
Okay.
Are you very kind of stubborn when it comes to pain in your body and not listening to it? I just feel like I have the tendency to like jam my finger and hurt my finger or twist my ankle because I'm, again, that moving forward quickly. Just kind of watch that, okay?
Okay. All right.
Okay. So I'm gonna try to move off of your family, but they're intense energy.
Yes.
So does anybody want to pull my attention and my energy away from Tracy?
What about the other Tracy? Didn't you had your father, right?
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Didn't you just have some issues with your father?
Yes. He's still with us. It's just a little bit of a difficult road.
Is he having breathing problems? Okay.
Huge.
Did you say he's still with us, and then did you just say he did die? Okay, so yes. Are you saying he's earthbound?
Yes, he is in the earth. He's in a rehab right now, but
I feel like our connection's weird. Does anybody else understand what's happening here?
Yeah, it must be maybe the connection on her end. It's just a little it's a little little laggy.
Okay, but this man is still alive on Earth, correct?
Yes, he's still here. And I
Okay.
think he had an issue, and I think he, like, if you don't mind me saying, Tracy, that like he passed over and he came back, and I think from what Tracy was saying, that it
Oh.
was that he was reluctant to talk about that, and I think
Okay.
Tracy was curious
Okay.
about what did he experience? You know, she was.
He
Is that right?
That makes more sense. So he crossed over and came back.
Yes,
This is
I think.
really
Yes.
his breathing is
Yes.
really, really bad. Really, really bad. Does he have a lung cancer, an emphysema? What does he have going on? I feel like I have a fraction of my
No,
lung
he had,
capacity.
yeah, his bottom of both of his lobes, especially one side, is collapsed, and he's got to work on opening up his lungs, because when they do a heart bypass, they collapse the lungs,
Yep.
so it gives them more room to work on the heart. And
Okay.
he's having a hard time opening back up and stamina.
Yeah. I will tell you, I never know when somebody's gonna pass. I'd never know. What I will tell you, my feeling on that is that he has kind of given up, as far as like getting some healing and getting that opened up here. I do not feel as though he really wants it. You know, there's a lot of depression there with him as well. He's had a lot of loss in his life.
Yes.
And so part of the issue here is his will to go on.
That's what we're working on. We're trying to give him good scenarios. He
I will tell you, when somebody actually crosses over, and I really feel as though he remembers some of what happened when he crossed over, and it's just so much better over there. So that's part of your issue, is that he does remember what happened when he crossed over, and all of that suffering in the body and in the mind is gone like that when we cross over.
right.
So this is not an impossibility that you'll be able to get him back his will to live, but this is a battle. This will be a battle for sure for you guys.
Okay. I'm kind of preparing
and he's quite
myself.
stubborn. Man, he's stubborn. Yes. Like even before this, he's incredibly stubborn.
Yes.
And he does not like to be told what to do.
Bingo.
So you have to, well, unfortunately, you're going to have to somehow make him think things are his idea, because this is just not somebody you can give suggestions to. If you say, oh, you need to do this, he'll automatically not want to do that, even if prior to you telling him, he would have been willing to do it. Very stubborn.
Yes, that's the problem.
Yeah.
Because I know what's the right thing for him to do, but
she can't come at him.
Can't be bothered.
You can't come at him straight on. You can't come at him head on. Now he'll come at you head on, and that's okay, but you can't go at him head on. You have to go around and in the back door, so to speak, somehow.
Yeah, my mom's a bit beside herself. I can hear her on the phone. I can feel her anxiety. I can feel her worry building. And I'm just know we're coming up to the 4-week mark. And
yeah, does mom have a stomach problem? Does mom have something going on in the abdomen area?
She has problem eating food.
Yeah, I feel very nauseous. When you brought up mom, immediately I felt very sick to my stomach. It may just be the stress, although she may have. Anytime I say abdomen, this could be if she still has her female organs and stuff, or stomach. It can be anything in that abdomen area. And I feel very sorry. That's my worst sensation when they give that to me, because I really feel like I'm about to throw up. So, and it may just be her stress, but she definitely is having a stomach problem.
She's not eating well, and she's having a hard time adjusting to this. And we're all just trying to stay positive and keep pushing him, but he's got to help himself.
Yeah, he does. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that is it's like somebody, whoever I've got over here, just said it's like climbing Kilimanjaro. It really is. This is not going to be easy for you guys to convince him of anything.
He is. It's a bit frustrating.
Plus, there's a little bit of a disconnect, like about him being actually being sick. Like maybe initially he felt as though he could just will it away. Like, no, I'm not sick. I'm fine. I'm not sick. And so maybe he struggles with control issues this lifetime. And so, like, at least initially with the illness, he felt as though he could control it right out of here, and he couldn't. So he's, it messed with his head a bit.
That's what we kind of thought.
Yep.
Because he said before he went for the heart catheterization, he was sitting talking to me, and he says, I think I'm going to go in. I think I'm going to be staying in the hospital. And I was like, oh, okay. He already told me that. And then when we went for the heart catheterization, they said that he was 90-some-odd% blocked, and he also had an aortic valve replacement, which is causing him issues as well. So it's been a bit of a hard road for him. And then, coding like he did, I know exactly where I was. I know where everybody was. And I told my mom that, everything will be fine. And I tried to talk to him. I said, do you have any fears and things like that? And he's like, no. He tells the psychiatrist when the psychiatrist comes around that, no, he's not depressed. He feels fine. So we keep saying he's still up here.
It's a disconnect. It's definitely a disconnect. And Mom is absolutely terrified of being here without him.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm hoping he holds on and pulls through. I just don't know. I'm on the fence.
Yeah, I don't know either. I wish I could say I know, but I don't.
I understand.
Okay, I'm sorry. I have a woman now coming in, and she gives me major pain. Boom, right to the side of my head. So for me, that's stroke, aneurysm, Alzheimer's or dementia, or an actual head injury. Although I will say I feel like we're talking more stroke, aneurysm, Alzheimer's, dementia. There would have been a rapidness to this, though. Okay, so if it was a stroke or an aneurysm, it would have been relatively quick, and if it was Alzheimer's or dementia, there would have been a very rapid progression at the end. Does anybody know who she is? She's older, so she's somebody's mom or grandma.
That might be my grandmother on my father's side. I didn't have a very...
Have I met her before?
She was, all the grandparents came in once. And my maternal grandmother was the one who committed suicide, and she had severe, migraine headaches, and it made your head hurt really bad.
That's who it is.
It's her.
Yes, because when you said that, when you spoke up, I'm like, oh yeah, it does sit with him. It's the migraine one. I told you were.
Her name was Betty Sands Bernard.
Okay. Yep. So. And she today makes me hot, which a suicide will definitely, left unfinished business. I don't know if she did that to me last time. She came in.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I don't think there was the heat, but you had a problem. You're like, Rod, I can barely see you.
Yes. Yep. And that's the kind of pain I was getting again. Yep.
Yeah, severe migraine headaches. She committed suicide when I was about 1 year old.
Honestly, you know what she just said to me? You can't get rid of her. She's like, you just can't get rid of me. But also she's, oh my God, she's making me so warm. She is working on giving you information in your dreams. Have you?
Yeah, I had a whole bunch of really weird dreams last night, and it woke me up in the middle of the night. And then I went back to sleep, and the dream continued. And I woke up this morning like, what the hell is going on? Because I don't typically remember my dreams. But I was having a dream about bringing someone back from death. And it was this really weird thing about like chromosomes and stuff. And it was so overwhelming. I was like, this does not make any sense to me.
Okay. So she is definitely somebody on the other side who's working on this for you. You know, there's like a team of them, but what you want to start doing is, because they really are trying to get you information in that way. And like, you know, dreams are such a weird thing.
Okay.
Ask them when you lay down that,
Mhm.
okay, if you are going to send me information in my dreams, please help me remember all the pieces I need to make sense out of it.
Yeah, because most of my life I've just not been one of those people that remembers dreams. I do have some strange ones that have happened. You know, one about showing me about time, where it wasn't linear, and then they switched it around and showed it as a dot and said it's all happening right now.
Yeah.
That was years ago. Then I had I had another dream recently too, where I was sitting, and I had put this on the site, but I was sitting down, and I had, for some reason, my ex-wife's boyfriend sitting there, and he was sort of, and my mother was to the right, and we were very sort of close, and my mom was working on her stuff, and she had papers or something, but she was working on herself and what she needed to work on in this life. And which I don't know him, but I've only met him once, but my wife's ex-boyfriend was sitting there, and I was sitting, and he was waiting for me to acknowledge him. And I was thinking to myself that you need to acknowledge you, that you don't need me.
Okay.
And so it was just this, and so I woke up, of course, and I'm like,
Like,
oh
what
my
the
God,
hell?
I'm losing my mind. What the
Yeah.
hell's going on here?
Yeah. So what your grandmother is saying to me, and this is so annoying, but you know, the other side, truly, they just can't give us all the answers.
Right.
And so what your grandmother said is, you need to pay attention to your dreams. You need to write down your dreams, because even if what they're giving you does not make sense, it's like as if it's a mystery and you're solving the mystery, and each piece will lead you somewhere, which I know is super annoying. It's like, just,
Right.
if I need to know it, give it to me all right now. But she says, no, you don't want it that way. You don't want to just be given something. You need to figure it out on your own,
Yes.
because that creates more growth. So
Yes.
start paying attention to the
Yeah,
dreams.
and you know, my problem is really just the memory. When I wake up, it's so hard to get that
Yep.
information back in my mind. I mean, it's
Yep.
one thing to try to make sense of it, and then another thing to, I just don't have a lot of.
You don't need to make sense of it. And actually, what's interesting is if you have a voice recorder, that's better for you. So if you wake up in the middle of the night, just whatever gibberish you can get out.
Well, I got one on the phone. I can always do it by the phone.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe
And
that's
so-
better than writing it down.
And so she's trying to give me information through my dreams.
Yep.
What does she want me to? I mean, not
No.
I know she can't tell me straight up, but what would be the purpose of that? Is that just to help me, or is that
for your growth? For your growth, to help you and to help others.
Okay.
So you're just gonna have to wait for all the pieces to come. But she says you like that anyways.
I do like that.
Okay, so
did she say? I just wanted to ask one question. Did she say anything about my mom, her daughter?
Mom's still here?
Yes.
Living?
Yes.
I
know.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's all right. It is what it is.
Mom's first name?
Sheila.
Oh, her energy is very heavy.
Oh, big time. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Did somebody else? Oh no, everything just moved around and switched around up there. It distracted me for a second. ADD. Yeah, Mom's energy is just.
Yeah.
It's now no aura color is ever bad, but it's like your mom has like a black kind of energy.
Yeah.
Right now she's very negative, and I almost feel like this has gotten worse.
It has. I think it has a lot to do with attachments here. I think it has to do with her mind, and I think it has to do with medication.
Yeah.
She has medication.
I feel very sad. For your mother. She almost, at this moment in time, she almost never experiences any happiness.
No, and I think it's probably we've talked about this before, but she's so grounded in the
Yes,
earth.
yes, she is.
Right. So for her, that is her baseline reality. And
Yeah,
so the idea of anything beyond this reality is just
it's
not a
not even
possible.
fathomable to her.
And so if you have that type of mindset, everything that you experience here is going to be, it's going to be difficult, it's going to be heart-wrenching, it's going to be depressive in a way.
Yeah, oh,
You know?
absolutely. And she, it's funny because what your grandmother is saying is that your mother has actually had visits from people.
Oh, I'm
But
sure she has. I am
she,
certain. She would
but
never admit
no,
it,
no.
ever. Not in a
And
million
she
years.
just thinks that, like, she doesn't even believe it's real. There's such a disconnect
Yeah.
from her mind.
It's really rough. I think and we talked about this before, but I think it has, it had a lot to do with Nana, your suicide,
Yeah,
and that inability. I think the most difficult thing is my mother's real inability to accept and love herself. And
yeah,
I
oh,
think
yeah, oh,
that
absolutely.
that generated from her childhood
Yeah,
with Nana, but also with Nana's suicide. And we talked about this before, where you can't resolve the relationship. It's gone.
yeah,
And so there's no any realizations or epiphanies. I
no.
mean, unless you decide to go do that work for yourself.
Yeah, and your mother, unfortunately, is not going to do that work here. It's
Yes.
just the opportunities have passed for her to do
Yes.
that. I like to say, well, there's always hope if you're still here taking breaths, but
Of course.
where her energy's at, she's just not going to. But it's okay because she'll be able to do the work when she does cross.
Yes,
Um,
absolutely. Oh, of course.
I'm
Yes.
sorry, who is having the low back pain here, right here in front of me? Somebody's having a real
Me.
issue with the low back. Okay, I'm going to have to switch because your
Sure.
energy's starting to distract me. So does this actually that's is it
I
Brig?
do.
Yeah. Okay. Does this affect your
Yes.
mobility, like your ability to walk and move and um
Well, sometimes it does. I just tough it out.
okay. Um, well, I don't know if we're gonna. I mean, if you have any questions about that, I think it was just the way of getting me to you, to tap into your energy. Was this an
That's what I
injury?
think. Yeah,
Was this an injury or an accident or
yeah,
something?
I had two fractures.
Ooh.
I had my
Oh,
back broken twice. Yeah.
okay. Yep. Okay, so we're switching to you, to your energy. Um, do you have any questions? Anything that you'd like to ask or talk
Actually,
about, or
I do. I do. The past couple of weeks, I would say, I have the feeling of I'm waiting on something. Something is coming. I mean, so distinctive. Something is here. It's coming. I just don't see it.
yeah. Another
That's what happened.
another
It's
wonderful
all the
thing the
time. I'm on
universe
hold.
does. Yes. Yes. So this is another, I don't know, thing that we all experience, that the universe, God, your guides, whatever you want to call it, does. It's like preparing you that there is something coming. Um, but our timing and the timing of the other side almost never meet. We're always way further ahead of them than, than we'd like to be. So, um, for me, what this feels like, it feels very exciting. It feels very positive, very opening, uplifting. To me, it feels spiritual in nature. I have no idea what it is or when it's coming, but this is their way of preparing you for it. So you just have to, be prepared that it's coming and wait for them to. I don't feel like we're years away from this. I feel like, we're talking more sometime this year. But are we 2 weeks, 2 months? I don't know.
Yes, something is bound to happen. It just feels like I'm just right next to it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh no, I can, and it feels very exciting, and I, I
Yeah.
just don't know. I don't know what it is and when it's coming. So that's just kind of fun. and annoying at the same time. Right, I'm ready. Do you have a partner, husband, boyfriend, girlfriend? I don't know what I never like to assume.
I have my dog.
Your dog.
I have my dog. Yes, I live alone. I have a son who is next to me, who is, you would say, fighting everything what is positive in me, because it
Okay.
reminds him that he is not.
Is he very close in your energy? Like, is he right there, right around quite
yes.
a bit? What's his first name?
Oh, yes, yes, Tom.
A lot of Toms today.
Thomas.
Okay, does he live in your space?
Yeah, well, he lives next door on the same property.
Oh, sorry. He again makes me very warm. He has a lot of work to do. He has a lot. He's got some anger. He has an anger.
Oh, yes, and I don't know where it's from. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's part of it is from this lifetime. But there's some that's come in from other lifetimes. You know, I gotta tell you, he has to be careful with his heart and his blood pressure because of this. Do you know, does he have a blood pressure problem?
Yeah.
Okay.
He has a lot of health issues he would not acknowledge. He's just toughing it out, the good old boy type.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. This anger, I can feel it. You know, like the blood pressure goes up. I have a concern with the heart because I do feel as though there's a family history somewhere, whether it's your side or his father's side, that has the issue with the heart and the blood pressure. So to me, mental instabilities, which, you know, I would consider bipolar, anger issue, depression, anxiety, anything like that, and substance abuse feel identical to me. He definitely has that energy. Okay.
Yes.
You know, you can't help him.
I know. I just can't love him. Yeah. I can't do anything.
There's nothing you can do here. Sorry.
I'm just as constant and the same. My positivity is annoying to him. My happiness is annoying to him.
Yeah. There is some anger towards his father.
His father doesn't acknowledge him.
Yeah. Sorry, my eye is twitching. I have no idea what that means.
He has a lazy eye. It's so funny.
Oh, does he?
He has a lazy eye.
God, wow.
Okay. Yeah, that's probably, I guess that's his eye, because all of a sudden I'm like, I don't know what is happening to my eye.
His father too has a lazy eye. So,
okay.
Yeah.
So some of his issue in this lifetime has to do with his father. And honestly, it's like if you try to help, if you put yourself, all you're doing is getting hit right in the teeth. You're just getting punched right in the teeth every time you go in. So you just, you know, you let that go.
Don't do that anymore.
No. It's unfortunate because, you know, that's just
being there, constant, loving him, and that's it. I don't tell him what to do or what to believe. He just sees me, and that's it.
Okay, so you have a dog here, but do you also have a dog on the other side?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I have a dog energy coming in for you.
Yeah.
Is there something very similar about the dog you have here and the dog that's crossed over?
On the size, size of the dogs are similar. One was an Akita, and this one is a huge Labradoodle. The size is similar.
I feel like the dog comes and visits and like comes around and plays and jumps up on the couch. It's kind of funny.
Yeah. All the animals come to me and play.
Yes. Yes. Yep. Okay. Any questions? Any other? I want to make sure we get to everybody. We're still good. We got about 20 minutes or so. So.
Tay, did you want to go?
I don't want to take away from anyone.
Oh no, we're still good. I think that we just have one more person that I haven't gotten to.
Yeah.
So Brig, if you have a question.
Okay, then I do have a question.
Yep.
I do have a question. It is about my brother who's still living,
Okay, first name.
and Harry,
Okay.
which is in English Harry.
Okay. Oh, what's your question? Go ahead with the question.
Okay, I recently heard that he had a brain tumor. Now he has well, he has cheated everybody out of their inheritance. He's kind of a
Shithead?
on a different path. Yeah, you could say that. He is. That's a mild word. That's a mild word. But he betrayed his entire family, and now he has a brain tumor, and I'm kind of feeling a relation there.
Oh, like a karmic connection.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You know, this, what I am being told about this is that this, before he came in, like he had the option not to screw everybody out of their inheritance. Okay. So when he got to
Absolutely.
that point in the road, he had the option to go the direction of, being, nice, or going this other direction that he chose to go. Because he went this path, yeah, there is a connection to the illness. If we as humans spread misery and cause harm, it can affect maybe challenges that we have in our body. It can kind of attack those areas. If somebody's very, very toxic, oftentimes they can create a situation in their body that will cause cancer. That maybe if they emotionally were a little bit different, maybe they wouldn't have had that. But yes, what I am being told is because he went in that direction, then he has to experience this as well. Yep.
That's what I figured.
I'm sorry. Sometimes I do get information and I always feel like I should share it if I get it. But this is super blunt. But I got it. So I will tell you, this is going to be
Go
miserable.
ahead.
It's going to be miserable for him. This is going to be miserable for him.
Yeah. It was miserable for my mother too. They're very related in their past.
Okay. But it's something he needs to learn from.
Yeah.
Sorry. I want to say sorry, even though I know that there's some issues and some stuff there.
No, it's all right. I'm detached.
Good.
I'm detached there.
Good.
So,
Good. I will
I'm
tell
fine.
you, I'm being told for you, if you don't want to communicate with him, is that a new face?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, Leah.
Okay. I'm like, whoa. Brig, if you don't want to
Hey.
do anything in regards to talking to him here, this is an okay option.
No, I don't.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
There's no guilt there.
No
You
interest.
just, yep.
No.
Perfect. Okay, so now I've
I'm
got
good.
2 more people
Thank
to get involved. So let's
Thank you.
you're welcome. Okay, so is it T? Is that how you say it, T? Okay,
My nieces and nephews call me Auntie T.
gotcha. Okay,
Trish.
so let's come to your energy. Is there oh, excuse me. I have somebody coming in who had an illness or injury in the throat, or were intubated before they passed. Sorry. Okay, so this would have been an illness. There would have been an illness that I actually, honestly, I'm sorry. I have a man and a woman who are coming in doing this to me. So T, we might not be just with you. I don't know where these two fit. What the female who has this here. So anything in this area here, or like I said, intubated, so I can't speak before I pass. That with the woman, there would have been a quickness to this, like we find out I'm sick and it's a very short period of time. So if it's a cancer, we're talking months, not years. And the man, we're talking years, not months of illness.
Right.
Anybody know who these two are?
And could be my husband. He had extended relationship with prostate cancer.
Okay. Would he have been intubated?
No, he wasn't.
I think that might be Adri, which was my best friend's wife. She had
Oh,
intubated. She
okay.
died from cancer within
Yes.
about 30 days.
Yep. Okay. All right. Hi. I'm like, okay. Hi. You're here, but I'm trying to send my energy elsewhere.
No. Yeah.
The I guess that what you call it significant people in my life who have passed were just very gentle people, and so I think their energies are going to be gentle.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. I don't know why, but you're not showing up big on my screen. Everybody else keeps popping up big, and you're the one talking. I don't know why I'm trying to get you to be the big one, and I can't. Well, just keep chatting, and we'll see if we can get somebody to come through for you.
Husband died a couple of years ago after, like I said, an extended, long time illness.
Yep. What's his first name? This is a major loss for you.
Right.
This is like your person. What's his first name?
Bob.
Oh, what a sweet energy. He does have a very soft, very kind energy. And did whatever he had, did it move? Is it throughout the body? Because my whole body kind of feels.
When he was diagnosed, it immediately translated into his bones, and they could
I just feel like it's kind of everywhere. You know, he fought so hard.
Yes, he did.
And he did not want to leave you here by yourself. But he just couldn't beat this. Was he very sweet?
Yes.
Okay. Did he have was his voice very calming? Like his energy came in and I just feel like, I feel so calm.
That was the effect he would have on anybody.
Yeah.
He was very introverted. But anybody that, came into his circle of influence.
Like, I feel like I feel as if he just laid his hand on top of yours. And just that, he had healing energy. So when he would put his hand on you, did it make you feel could you feel that wash of energy come over you?
It was just his total presence.
Yeah. He still does this to you. He still holds your hand. Yeah. So I don't know if you're able to sense his energy around. He very much comes when it's quiet. So he likes to come sit on the side of the bed. He would touch your hair, this kind of stuff. Unfortunately, this is always such a tough one when there is a love like what you guys had. The loss is so much worse. Not everybody gets to experience the connection that you guys had, which is great. And it's wonderful, but when one of those people has to be here without the other one, a dog. I just see a dog for some reason.
That's Ellie.
That's funny. So, that's so funny and random. But
he's the reason that I entered this discovery path, really. I mean, I would say his illness is the reason, because he physically suffered almost all his life.
Yeah.
He had polio as a child, and suffered all kinds of aches and pains. So, it made me kind of delve inside and say, why all this suffering for someone who's he was a devoted Christian and just a gentle person.
Yes. He sends birds to you. He sends birds. So do you have bird feeders or do you have birds that come around?
Birds come around. I always have water for them. Not feeders.
Yeah, and I don't even feel like it's necessarily a specific type of bird. It's just birds. He just sends birds to you. So just know that that's one of the ways that he kind of lets his energy be known around you. And you guys have, you have a soulmate connection.
Right.
Okay. This is not the first time you guys have been together in a lifetime, and it won't be the last. And he's he is very sweet. He said, tell her that oh my gosh. Okay. Let me put that on pause. I am on my computer and my phone is sitting away from me, and all of a sudden it just, the voice record just picked up. And it's like sitting 2 feet away from me. It does happen to me occasionally. That is absolutely his energy doing that. Okay, now I did lose my train of thought. What was I saying before? Does anybody remember what I was saying? Sorry.
Yes,
There was-
came around the
Soulmate.
Our soul connection. And
Yeah, the soul-
lives together. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Oh, yes. Gotcha. And then, so he said, tell her when it's her time to go, that I will come and get her. Okay. So sometimes that happens. Like, actually a soul will come here and like take us by the hand and cross us over. He said he's going to do that when it's your time. Okay.
And he wasn't even real sure about all this. I tried to talk to him.
Well, it changes when we get over there. That's for sure.
Yeah, I kind of expect to hear him say, tell her she was right, kind of thing.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, that's funny. Okay, this is it Leah, you just popped back in. You keep kind of leaving and coming back.
I can't. Yeah, my signal's really bad, so that might happen.
Okay, so then quick ask me a question. We'll try to get the energy to you.
I don't really have a question, so thanks
I
for
do
taking.
have to tell you, I don't know if anybody else saw the orbs fly around when she got on. Did anybody else see
I didn't
it?
even look.
I know you're recording this. I caught a glimpse of something that would have, boom, right off of your left shoulder.
Okay.
It went so quick, I don't know what it was, but I would definitely look back at the video of this, Rod.
Oh, okay.
When Bob was coming in, you were saying that it was the female was Adri.
Yes.
Adri, did you have something that you wanted to say?
She's like, you know what? I never want to miss a good party, is what she said to me.
Yeah, that seems right.
So yeah. Plus
she just showed up.
Yeah. Oh well,
Okay.
but that's what happens.
Welcome.
Yeah, she's like, I never want to miss a good party. That's just really cute, really cute.
Yeah,
So,
she is.
okay, Lee, is it Lee?
Leah.
Leah. Okay, I wasn't sure. You moved again. Are you sure you don't have a question? We have about 8-9 minutes left, and I've covered everybody so far.
I don't have a specific question. It looks like you're tapping into some past loved ones, right?
Yes.
So do you sense anybody particular?
Yeah, I've got somebody hurting my head.
Okay.
Coming from the other side. So for me, stroke, aneurysm, Alzheimer's, dementia, head injury. You also have somebody on your level, like a female energy on your level. What I mean by that is somebody that's not old enough to be a parent, not young enough to be a child. You have a contemporary. Sometimes people don't understand what I mean when I say that. So I have this female contemporary, so sibling, cousin, friend. She would have been a bit wild when she was here, and a big mouth. Do you know who she is? Do you know who that is?
It might be Shelly.
Okay. I have goosebumps when you say, I don't know why people aren't getting big on my screen when they're the ones talking. When you said that name, I did get goosebumps.
Okay.
Was she sick though? Was there some sort of an illness here?
Yeah.
Okay, so even though she's young when she passes from an illness. This is not an accidental passing.
Correct. Yes.
Was she from New Jersey?
No.
That's just funny. She's like, I'm so sorry if anybody's from New Jersey. I have family coming from New Jersey. She feels very much like that New York, New Jersey kind of big mouth.
Energy. Yeah.
Energy. Sorry, my dad's from New Jersey, so I do not mean that offensively.
Well, that's cool. I had not heard from her.
Was she super blunt?
Yeah.
She said, you've got some shit you got to get straightened out. And you know it. Like, she knows it. There we go. That's your message. Get your shit together. I think I'm going to lose her again. I think she's, oh, no, there she is. You froze again. Okay, do you have
Okay.
any questions, Leah? Anything you want to ask?
What about the head injury? That's the same person? You
Oh, no,
said
no, 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 that's a different person. That's a different energy. Like that one feels older. This feels like more on the parent grandparent level.
Oh,
So like I said, stroke, aneurysm, Alzheimer's, dementia, head injury. This
oh.
this particular person feels very like sometimes they come in and they feel this way, like a watcher. I don't know how else to put that. Like they watch over the
Okay.
family that's still here. So typically in life they would have kind of been that way too. Military, a lot of kids,
I
something like
have
that. Where they're
somebody like that.
okay. Maybe that's where I'm going then.
Like
Yeah, 'cause that's not resonating.
somebody I haven't thought of for a long time came to my mind. My grandfather,
Okay,
who
was
had
he?
5 strokes. 5
Oh,
strokes.
okay. Would he have been like either in the military or very much
Yes,
like an
he was
overseer?
very much a believer in communism. He was in
Okay.
Eastern Germany.
Okay.
He was a leader there. Yeah.
Okay, so his energy's popping in, but he has that same energy of like an overseer, like a watcher of people, but
Yep.
with much less
Yeah, that was him.
much less angst now than he
Yeah.
than he had when he was here. That's kind of funny. Yep, so he's there
Yeah.
too.
Jennifer?
I didn't expect him. I just he popped in my head, when you
Yeah,
said
oh yeah, no,
that.
that's and that's how it works, because that was him letting you know, hey, it's me, speak up, speak up. Who just said my name?
Yeah.
I did.
Oh yes.
Because you brought up a female energy with severe head trauma.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom did suffer a very severe head injury. She fell down some stairs
Oh.
and
Survived? Did she survive this fall?
And so she eventually died basically of Parkinson's and all, but yeah, there was definitely a severe head injury
Yes.
for her passing.
Could it have been a younger person?
Well, she keeps saying it's an older energy.
Yeah,
Yeah, older.
Yeah, that's where I actually do believe it's your mother. But also, I will tell you, Parkinson's will give me that. I always forget to add Parkinson's in there because Parkinson's does do this to my head too. But your mother was never the same after that fall, was she?
No.
Like this, like it's like a completely different person.
I mean, generally the same, but very, very different things coming out of her.
Yeah.
And couldn't function the same anymore.
Yeah. Oh boy, she hated that.
Yeah.
She hated that because she was still in there. She's like, I was still in there, but like what was happening in it. So she's like, it was really deep in there.
It was.
She has a kitten with her.
Really?
Yes. I have a fluffy kitten. It's just a fluffy little kitten. I have no idea why she's got this little kitten with her. I have no idea. But yeah, she said I was still in there, but what was happening way deep in there and what was happening out here were different.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
She also wanted to have cats and we never
wouldn't
did.
Let her.
Yeah.
She does. It's like a very small fluff ball of a kitten.
Oh.
That's just kind of cute.
You think of one we used to have, but yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't. I mean, over there we can have, whatever kind of animals, and she just likes them to stay little. She's like, maybe she was that way when she was here. Like she didn't like when the kids, when the kids got to be older. She's like, oh, I miss when they were babies. I miss when this was a puppy. I miss when this was like she has that kind of energy over there. That's just kind of cute.
And she's like my husband, just a very sweet, gentle energy.
Yeah, very sweet, very gentle. I know she had Parkinson's, but there also feels something very frail about her. Did she lose her mobility, or did she have other
gradually
issues there? I feel
very
weak.
And my stepdad were very physically active outdoors, and so it was a gradual loss of mobility. So that's probably why she hated it also.
Yes. Yeah. Because I feel very, she's making me feel like when she was here, she got very weak. Very weak.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. So let's see. The Tracy, that's also the Carmine.
Yes.
You were asking something, and we still have a
I
few.
just,
Yeah,
well, I had a niece who died of a head injury, and she also was intubated before her death, but
What's
I
her
just
first
didn't
name?
know. Jordan.
Okay, so she has an accident, and then do we never recover from this?
No,
We do not pass immediately from it, but we do not recover from it.
she passed pretty much immediately.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you said she was intubated, so I don't feel like I passed right there. I don't feel like I passed immediately.
Well, I think they tried to revive her
Okay.
because,
No,
you know.
they must have, because she's not doing this to me, and when they do this, it means that the soul is like, I was here, I blinked, I was gone. So they must have been
okay.
able to kind of keep her here for a bit. Was this a vehicle accident?
Yes,
Who was
yes.
driving?
Her best friend, who
Okay,
they
'cause
were in a golf cart.
she just told me it wasn't my fault. Like, I was not at fault for the accident.
No,
Did
she wasn't.
did the friend survive?
Yes,
Okay, and is still here?
yes.
This was, were they still quite young? This feels
Yes.
very tragic to me.
She was
I know
15.
I know death is tragic, but for me, sometimes when we're not quite an adult, it feels more tragic.
Right.
What's the number 23? Is there a connection to the number 23 to her, or would she be 23 if she hadn't passed?
Well, she just turned 24, but the 23rd is the day she passed away on.
Okay, yep.
Oh.
No,
In
it's
July.
just, yep, that's just validation that that's her energy.
Yeah.
Wow.
She's,
Yeah.
she always knew she wasn't going to live to be old.
And we knew that because
Yep.
she told us.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
She told us.
Yeah, she's good. She's fine.
Yeah, I think she is.
But for some reason, it feels oftentimes like when we die as children, we seem to adapt and adjust way quicker over there than when we've lived. It's like the longer we're here, the more decompressing we need over there.
Right.
So yeah, she's good. She's
Okay.
good. Our time is just about up. Does anybody have any quick last anything?
I have a quick question, please.
Yeah.
Currently, what I noticed about my dad, I feel like he's between both worlds.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. He doesn't want to be here anymore. I mean,
Okay.
he does because, there's the you guys and the this and that, but he has seen what it is like on the other side, and that is very difficult to come back from.
Yeah, that's what I kind of figured. And he told my mom that he knew his heart stopped, and he also, didn't like it. He has fear. He has fear.
Yeah, oh, yeah. I will tell you, I believe, because he does know what it's like over there, he's not so much afraid of the actual death. The actual being, yeah, that's more where it is about the leaving you guys. There is some guilt that he has about, well, and quite frankly, everybody feels as though your mother can't do it without him here.
Yeah, I know.
Like everybody feels it, not just mom, him, you guys.
Because he's the rock.
Yeah, and she does play a little bit the victim.
Yes, I know.
Okay, and that is going to amplify if she is here without him. So be careful how much we feed into that.
Buckle in.
She's capable. She is capable, but nobody's ever really made it be that way. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do. Yes.
All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap up. Yes.
Thank you.
It was a
Thank
pleasure
you.
Thank
meeting you
you
all,
so
and
much.
I didn't faint from anxiety, so we're good.
Yeah. Is this okay? This
Yeah.
amount of people and stuff?
Yeah, I'm sorry. There's like a fuzz that keeps flying around by my eye. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's like I keep like doing this. It's not a spiritual thing. I have a real fuzz trying to get into my eye. Yeah, that's fine. This amount of people's fine.
Okay.
I will say, we used up all the time, and I feel like we could have done more. So that'd be the only thing as far as adding more people to it. I don't know how much. You guys discuss it.
Yeah, this yourselves. I kind of like this because everybody gets a little bit of time.
Yeah. Yeah, I
you know,
tried
a
to,
good amount of
and
time.
coming
Yeah.
into it, I was
Yeah,
like,
it's
oh, I
nice.
could probably spend at least 10 minutes with everybody. So I did
Yeah,
try to
yeah.
do that. I don't know if it worked out quite like that,
I
but
thought it was great.
It's
Yeah.
okay.
Well,
It
Yeah.
was
thank you.
perfect.
Yeah, thank
Thank
you very
you.
much. And as always, you're absolutely amazing.
oh,
You know,
thank you.
and,
Thank
Yes,
you.
thank you,
blessed.
Jennifer.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Enjoy your
Thank you very
weekends.
much.
Thank
Bye,
you very
guys.
much.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
Thank you, Rod.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rod.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Okay, that's done.